My plan was just to come in and make them look super hot. You know, like,
of course. You were telling me beforehand, you're texting me like, I'm going to make these girls look like sluts.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's like, you know, out of love and like just to make them feel like sensational. They all
and you should. And I always say sluts with love. Like literally to anyone who may be new listening and who feels attacked by what I'm saying, just know.
They know.
Just so you know, I make porn.
I'm Molly Stewart.
And I'm Laura.
And this is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. We're best friends, and Laura shoots pretty much all of my adult content.
Yep. I've seen everything.
Everything. I'm still trying to see everything of her, but that's part of the journey that you can experience here on the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. Laura, what do we talk about here?
Anything and everything.
What is my job, Laura?
To be beautiful and lovely and funny.
Oh my God, you're so sweet, but that's not true at all. So Laura is here to bring me a little bit out of the dirty headspace and into a more wholesome one. But I can't say that all of our conversations aren't dirty, so they might be a little bit of a false advertising. But whether you're returning or new to the show, welcome, and we're so very happy to have you here. So, Laura, why don't you tell them what they can do if they're watching on YouTube?
If you're on YouTube, we'd love if you leave a comment, share with a friend, subscribe.
Do all the things, and wherever you're listening, definitely subscribe and share with a friend if you like what we have to talk about. So, let's go get not dirty.
Let's get in it.
Am I look okay?
You look beautiful. I was gonna say gorgeous and beautiful together, and gorgeous.
Said, am I look okay?
Yeah. Now you're perfect.
But am I look okay?
You look good.
If you guys are watching on YouTube, let me know. Am I look today? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts on am I look today.
And we're back.
So, we're back to you. Round three. Round three, that might be confusing to you because you haven't been through the experience of trying to get this episode
They have not.
today. So we ended up shooting it twice. So what happened the first time is we had a very little lively interaction. We were excited to be doing this little shindig on our own. We checked everything. Everything was ready to go. Everything was formatted.
Lighting was great, as usual.
It was beautiful. And then we got 30 minutes in, and we took break for sponsor. And so paused, and this did this little wheelie thing, and it just kept spinning. It's spinning and spinning, like 10 minutes.
Awful. Yeah,
and it finally stopped, and it was like, okay. So I took it off to import it, and there's just nothing on the card. So I was like, cool. So we reformatted it, had a moment, and we were already very frustrated, right? So we're like, you know what? From the top, make it drop. That's a new ass podcast episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
from the top.
It's gonna be. I just had to check. I'm so paranoid that it was recording. So
we're good,
and we're like, it's gonna be fine. So we went through it a whole hour, and then we got to the end of it, and we stopped the recording. We were like, hell yeah! And then we pulled the card onto the computer. And it had created all the folders that it normally does for each individual mic and everything. But every file was just like named weird and wasn't an actual file that you could open. And there was only 2, but there's 4 mics and it made no sense. Anyway, so I think the card is dead. So I've tested this one like 4 times before we've recorded today. I'm still worried that it's going to... Because it's just so frustrating when you like... have such a good episode, and then like the second one that we filmed all the way through, I was just like, oh my God, it's so much better. It's just amazing. And luckily you will get to hear a very small portion of that later in this episode.
You're able to salvage a piece.
I did have a microphone attached to the wide camera, so it picked up enough that you'll get to experience some of what we talked about, but unfortunately the rest of it we're just going to have to try to replicate for you as best as we can. And this is funny because this is the second time that I've said this because I've already done this before. So welcome back to the show. What would it be, Laura, if not for technical difficulties with Molly? We're back again.
And we're back. Everything's normal. Everything is fine.
Everything is how it should be.
Yeah.
Oh, well, see? I had to bleep it within the first 10 minutes. So
sorry, David.
We're on track. Don't worry, David. I'm thinking about it now. It's in my head early on, so don't worry. You won't have to bleep anymore. I'm pretty sure, but don't hold me to that, okay?
Yeah, we did that episode twice, and you know, I feel good about this one. You know, I think we did a lot of a lot of exciting things.
I think we did.
Yeah. I can't wait to cover all of that again.
I think it's one of those things that, every time that you do something again, it's like practice makes perfect, right? So this is surely going to be the best one.
We could do it with our eyes
wasn't meant
closed.
to be, everything's going to get corrupted. And if it does, I'm just going to put it out. I'm just going to put out just the center cam video and be like, this is it. This is what happens when you're doing this from home and you have no idea what you're doing.
Happens, you guys. It really does.
Speaking of which, word from sponsor, we actually have an announcement that you don't even know about yet. We have a new affiliate.
Ooh.
You want to hear who it is?
Who?
I'm very excited to announce someone that I have worked with in the past. They have made something very custom for me before that many of you will remember from the cam days that I used to swing around like the helicopter motion, and it was rainbow, very long, not exactly human. Anyway, that was Bad Dragon. What I'm talking to you about is something that's a little more intense. You guys will also remember things like, let me see, I have unicorn horn. Mm-hmm. That's one option. They had all the Marvel superhero collection of different toys for adults to enjoy. And I bring you geeky sex toys. Perhaps you have heard of them because I know that I've mentioned it on the podcast many times before. We've talked about many different illustrious toys that Geeky Sex Toys does have to offer. So if you use code TWND10, you get 10% off.
Nice.
And there is an affiliate link in description. So check it out if you want to get a gift for yourself or, maybe a content creator in your life or a special someone that you might want to have very geeky fun with. And
that's dope.
Yeah. And they're really high quality. I've had some of them for years and they've just lasted like so well.
Built to last.
Geeky Sex Toys.
TWND 10.
TWND 10. So yes,
get on it.
New sponsor. So thank you very much, Geeky Sex Toys, for working with us.
We love you.
We're very excited. So, and speaking of sex toys, I know we're only 5 minutes in, so I'm going to attempt to keep this as PG as possible. We have a story for
promises.
You, brought to us all by John Saul.
Yes. John Saul, what's up?
You remembering this, Laura?
Yes. Pretty soon we'll have it memorized.
Oh, my goodness. I know I will, honestly.
Parts of it.
Honestly, I really just like how he titled this email, which I didn't read last time we recorded. Big dildo theft. Too big.
Too big.
Too big.
I love this.
Thank you, John Saul.
Thank you, John. Everyone be more like John Saul.
John Saul, you're just the best, man. So interactive. We have a voicemail from him later that we're going to listen to for the third time. I'm just going to love it just as much.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the same thing I've told you every time before, John Saul, and I mean it no less this time. I might mix it up a little bit, but it's the same general message. All right.
From the heart.
From the heart. Oh, goodness gracious. Am I 80? All right.
We are.
Goodness gracious. Shoplifter caught trying to steal giant 30-inch dildo from Circus of Books WeHo. And as we discussed last week, I hate LA. I was like, what is WeHo? What is that? And Laura, if people don't know, because maybe they don't know, like I didn't know, what's WeHo?
West Hollywood. She's like, you won't find me there.
You'll never find me there. I don't want to go there. WeHo. Oh, 10 minutes. Well, I tried.
See? No promises.
Didn't try that hard, but I didn't try. A video posted on the Circus of Books WeHo's official Instagram account shows a person trying to walk off with a giant black 30-inch dildo from the adult bookstore. Dildo shoplifter caught on camera, reads the post on Sunday, January 29th, 2022. So specific. Drunken hot mess klepto tries to steal our biggest dildo, but it was way too thick and heavy for the getaway. I love the writing in this article.
It's great.
It's so creative.
It's captivating.
It is. I'm hooked. Much like someone else is going to be with that toy later. The 30-second clip shows a person unable to walk straight when they stumbled upon the giant black sex toy. So, okay, are they unable to walk straight because they literally stumbled upon it? Like, not walking straight, or is it like that they're inebriated? Because I can't remember, honestly. Well, let's read to find out.
Let's
I don't
check
know.
it out.
All right. They casually wrap their arms around it like they were lifting a baby. And in context now, this is so funny because it's so much bigger than a baby.
It's huge.
It's so
Remember, I said it's like a dolphin. You're like, yeah, without a tail.
And then stumble out of the store lugging the giant silicone log. However, employee Marcus Blackwell says that they were ready like Freddy. God, Marcus, please don't ever say that again. In one of the comments, an employee is seen chasing after the hot mess klepto before the person was able to make a getaway. Then the video cuts to the employee carrying the silicone monstrosity back to its rightful place on display next to another giant black dildo. The failed thief appears to be very inebriated. The post does not disclose if the West Hollywood sheriffs were called to the scene to report. Sorry, the writing isn't very good on this. I do apologize. Anyway, the sheriffs were there. They reported on it, so.
The popos came.
The item looked like it could be a decorative store display, but according to the Circus of Books website, it is for sale. Listen up, everybody, because the toy is called the FAC, Fantasy Massive Black 30 inches. Priced at $699.95, which personally I think is a steal.
Do you think that's about the size of Ein here?
It's much bigger than Ein. It's much bigger than Ein. I would like to measure Ein. Actually, the tape measure is in here. Let me measure Ein.
Where is it?
And we'll see how Ein compares. Because I hold Ein like a baby all the time, and I don't think that. All right, let's find out.
Here's your, yep.
I love
You
these
got
headsets,
slack.
by the way. All right, Ein,
They're
I
the
love
best.
you. Let's measure you, bub. We're
From
gonna do
tail
we're gonna do a little measure. From booty. Come here. What's this?
to nose.
26. See, he's smaller. He's smaller
This one is
than
what?
the dildo. Yeah.
How much?
30.
30 inch.
30 inches.
Damn.
Toot to snoot. So that's how we measure.
Toot to snoot.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, getting back to the
Had to see that.
had to see. We just wanted a size comparison, really, because this guy could be very small. Who's holding it in the photo? You know what I mean? You never know.
We can't show the photo, huh?
No.
Damn.
Well, I really don't know if we can. I'll send it to David, and I'll let David decide if we can put it up or not. I'll screenshot it now. All right. The FAC, fantasy action. That's how it's spelled. FAAK. That's how
FAK?
That's how I hear it in my head, like FAC. FAC. Actually measures 30.7 inches and 6.88 inches wide at the base.
That's
11
massive.
inches wide at the sac area.
No.
Wow, it's real big. So, like, I want to remind you.
It's massive.
It's so big. Or this guy is small and it's big. You know what I mean?
I think it's
But I
both.
know it's still bigger than Ein, and you have to consider it's another almost 5 inches bigger than Ein, because Ein is just barely 26 inches.
I feel
And so
like
that's 30.7. So it's like almost 31. It's like an extra 5 inches. It's like a whole penis bigger than Ein. A whole average penis length bigger than Ein.
average. Not photoshopped.
Average. Well, so anyway. Geeky sex toys. I don't think they make any toys that big. You can ask them. Can see what they'd be into. But one thing that I thought about, like, seeing literally how big that was, because you have to consider that that's standing, like, I'm trying to think, it's like, yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
It would be like a statue. It kind of reminds me of the thing that I picked up in Bali, especially because they kept saying that it was black in the article.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of my big black dick from
Bali.
Yeah.
Also, we have to, like, still remember, we have to tell Photo Shoot Ninja about getting
Oh my
it.
God, yes.
We have to
So-
shout out to you.
So, all right.
Shoot
So
Ninja.
here's where our thought process went with this, and we're gonna try to recreate this for you guys. So when I think of a phallic statue, right? Because it's honestly at that point that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there is no way. Like if someone can fit that somewhere inside of their body, I would love to see it. Please let me know. But
Impressive, too.
I don't really think that most people are gonna buy that to actually use it. Do you know what I'm saying?
It has to be some sort of art display.
It has to be some sort of art display, like if it was like a swingers house or something. And then we were talking about how great it would look in an entryway, much like at Photo Shoot Ninja's house.
Yep.
So
like the grand entrance.
Yeah, I'll show. Well, we didn't take any pictures in the entryway.
No, but I think if you go to his Instagram,
so go follow Brennan, because he's a great photographer, and he took those blue lingerie photos that everybody likes so much, and they're great, and he's really cool.
He's amazing.
So go to photoshoot.ninja on Instagram and find some photos that he shot of the house in the grand entryway. And I would like you to just let him know, while following him and liking his work and supporting him, that you think that he should invest in some sort of phallic statue to put in the entryway of his home, and how much it would draw clients to his house, because I might never leave. I might move in.
She could think of at least 5 shoots by now.
For sure.
Themed around that.
We talked about dressing it up like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Day. There's Christmas
so
cards.
Christmas cards,
with the dogs around the statue.
Yeah. We talked about, like, I could sit on one ball, Julie on the other. And Edward I'd have to hold, because I think he would be scared of it, if I'm honest. Like, he already, like, some of my
He's the littlest one, too, so
yeah.
Well, you'd have to protect him.
Some of my toys he's afraid of. Like, he just sees them sitting out if they're around, and he just stares at them. And if they'll move, because, like, sometimes if I set one down or something, you know how they'll bob, and he'll be looking at it, and if it bobs, he'll run, and he doesn't like it.
He's like, I don't trust it.
Nope, they don't like the sound of it. They don't like the sound of the vibrator. Well, Ina's used to it, but that's for no reason other than he grew up on cam.
Yeah.
And when you're raising a puppy and you're stuck in your bedroom all the time, like, on cam, you have to make sure that your puppy is there, so you can know if they have to go to the bathroom and give them all the loves.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother him, but the other two are like, I don't know.
Although he does get very shy behind the camera.
He really does.
Let's face it.
All right. So upcoming, I can't think when this is coming out. It might be coming out on after Ian's birthday, actually. Anyway, it's coming up. And so, this will be like a tribute to Ian. He's here on his birthday episode.
Happy birthday.
So Ian is turning 9, and we did a photo shoot for Ian. And it was so very difficult. And I love Ian so much. Look at the love in his eyes. He is just such a sweetheart.
We love you, Ian.
He always tries to talk. Everybody loves Ian.
This is a photo shoot moment.
But
right here,
when Mama pulls out the camera, she can capture no moments of Ian. It's so difficult to capture moments of Ian. Because whatever Ian is doing, if a camera comes out, it's different. He'll just like tilt his whole head, his whole face away, just do something really dumb, or at the very last second, as soon as it's snapped, he like shakes his head for no reason.
Yeah, perfectly
like, what are you trying to
timed too. He knows.
Ridiculous.
Knows. So we should listen to our voicemails.
We should listen to our voicemails.
I'm excited.
In the spirit of dogs, Ian is the only one allowed in here anymore, because it's a whole thing with the pee situation.
Behind me,
so
guys. Right behind me.
As you guys will remember, when we did move productions into this podcast room, it was once Julia's toilet. Julia is my youngest dog, for those who do not know. And she sees any room with carpet as an area for her to defecate or, in any matter.
Queen.
Yeah, she owns the houses, so she
Ooh,
thinks.
That's my shit.
That's her song. That's her song. It's right there. That's hers. And she must have broken, and I just haven't noticed it. And it's been there for maybe a month, because the one time I noticed it, I had immediately something else to do. So I ran off. I was like, I sprayed it with Febreze. I sopped up what I could with a paper towel, but it was already pretty much dry by the time I even found it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't even deal with this right now. So I plugged in an extra air freshener, which is the only reason I saw in the first place, was I went to change out the air freshener.
Yeah.
So of course I didn't notice it for who even knows how long.
Because you smell just
so it
air
could have been
freshener.
there for like 6 months. Like, who even knows? No, it couldn't have been, because AVN.
We moved everything.
That's right. So it was recent. It was recently that she did
And
this.
how did she do that? She just kind of crawled deep down in there and just shoved her butt right into the corner?
So they're small, right? So she can get into the corner once, because the chair kind of curves like this. So there's more room back there than it kind of seems. And it's just enough for her to squat and pee. So that's something that I'll eventually have to get to.
Back to Julia's toilet.
Coming to you from Julia's toilet. All right, so we want to share our voicemails with you, because we have something fun. We have a new cord. You might be wondering what this new chord is. I've explained the new chord many times, but you've never heard it before, so let me explain the chord. The chord goes into the computer so we can play voicemails into our headsets so we can hear and we don't have to worry with the speakers being crazy. Like that one time we almost blew our ears out.
Yeah.
Like, so this should work. I don't even know.
And if it doesn't, we wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. Who even cares anymore?
Hello, Miss Molly, and also Miss Laura. This is Mark from Washington State, or as you may also care to call me, Mac the Light.
Mac the
I've
Light, not
been
the
doing a
light.
lot of studying and reading lately, getting ready for my podcast, which I hope will be on the air soon.
Awesome.
And I like to collect quotes. In fact, I started collecting quotes back in 1985. And if you have something that I can send them to you on so you can print them out and enjoy them, I will be happy to do that. But today, I'm wanting to send you a single quote from the illustrious Sigmund Freud,
Makes me happy.
Thank you.
Austrian psychiatrist from 1856 to 1939. And one of the many things he said was...
I want to pause this.
The details.
Because I've said it many times and I don't want to forget to say this, to reiterate. I'm actually very impressed on, like, the detailed knowledge, not only of the quote, but, like, just Sigmund Freud in general. Like, very specific.
Thank you.
So thank you for your knowledge, Mark. Which we also want to get into our elderly knowledge.
Mac the Light.
Mac the Light. And
You're awesome.
other elderly knowledge.
Yes.
and now I quote, "The only shame in masturbation is the shame of not doing it well." I wonder how many of us have that problem of not doing it well. We just need to practice more, don't you think? Looking forward to your show on Monday. I'll be there waiting and watching. Have a good evening or day, whichever this may be. And I'll talk to you again soon.
Never delete that.
Bye-bye.
It gets better every time.
Yeah.
I want Mark,
Thank you.
please write or call in. Let me know if I have your consent to make little audio clips from things that maybe you send in that make us chuckle, because I can put them onto our soundboard.
Yeah. Please.
And I could just
like we could
play
listen to
sounds, because the amount of joy that this voicemail has brought me over the past 2 days is immeasurable, and I've needed it considering this is the third time that I'm recording this. Like, hearing Mark, who has told us many times before that he is an elderly guy. Well, I wouldn't say elderly, but I don't know. I don't want elderly to come across as strange, but I consider myself old. So
I'm old
older
too.
than me, but much older. So, and him and his wife listen, which makes us very, very, very happy. But to
Yes.
hear you in your voice, how I picture you in my head, is just wonderful, hearing you read a quote about masturbation from Sigmund Freud, of all people.
It's amazing.
Now, this makes me very, very happy, and I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. There's no shame to be had in masturbating. It's very important. Self-love. God, I feel just like a broken record at this point. I've given this speech so many times. I don't know if I can do it again, but I'll try. I'll put
Change
on
it
my
up a
big
little
boy
bit.
pants.
Change it up.
Big girl pants. Big woman pants.
Lady pants. Put on them lady pants.
Time to pull up my lady pants and get shit done. All right. So, knowing your body is very important when it comes to sex in general. Because it's like, if you don't know what makes you tick, nobody else, like, you can maybe have somebody else figure it out, but somebody else could find something. But, like, if you really know yourself, you're going to know multiple ways to make yourself come. Something that maybe takes longer, but, you know, feels better. Something that's, like, quick and easy. Like, and then, like, any sexual experience that's consensual can become one that is so much better. Because it's like, if you know what you like, then it's not just you, like, sitting there and getting rammed, or vice versa, or just having a starfish, because like you can communicate, this is what I like, or at least start doing what you like, and if they like it, then you can continue on and stuff like that. So
keep it fresh, yo.
yeah, keeping it fresh, and masturbating is important too. It's healthy. I do it before big decisions. I do it when I'm stressed. The other day I did it 9 times.
She
before
manifested
6.
stuff too.
I did it 9 times before 6 p.m. and none of it was recorded. And then I felt very unproductive, but
That's
not really.
it. That's it.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. I've been like thinking about success while I masturbate lately.
Yeah, she's manifesting the future.
I just think it's funny.
She's like, girl.
I'm like, I just think about it sometimes, and like I've done so many things sexually, and there's a lot of things that I fantasize about, but somehow it always leads to like power, money. I don't know, like, because I want good things for you, like seeing you thrive, and like the idea that you have that I want to talk to you more about, and then we'll talk on here. We'll get to it. But like, I'm seeing so many like people in my life like succeed and become happier, and like finding things that they're like in rhythm with, and it makes me so happy. And then I just think about, I want success for everyone. I want everyone to be happy, and I think about that when I come.
And pretty soon we will be living in that Luxor tower with the beam, and we're here.
Yeah, it's fun. Like even just doing the podcast is just so fun. But just, I don't know, just anytime something new happens, I'm just like, oh my god, that's so exciting. Like even just the geeky sex toys thing, which I know they like send it to, I'm like, everybody can be an affiliate, I'm sure, but it feels cool and special to me, and it's something that's
cool
like
and special.
Moving forward, and I want to be able to hopefully help create more work for David coming up. Mm-hmm. I have some exciting ideas that we have for the podcast that hopefully we'll be able to implement maybe later this year. We'll see.
And a lot of exciting guests that are coming.
So
which we can't really talk about yet, but you will see.
I never want to talk about it, but like I've had people ask before, like, why don't you announce guests or whatever? And well, it's because like I want you to subscribe and hit the notification bell
and share with a friend. Always,
because that's what gets more people listening. And it's like, if I just like tell you, who's coming on, or if you have a preconceived idea of what a guest might like sound like, or what they might have to say and talk about, and you just maybe won't watch it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
call us. If you go let us know what you think.
But if you go in like open-minded, like, oh, here's just the next episode, and it's like, well, here's this person. It's like, you might be very surprised, because I've like learned so much from a lot of our guests, and they've surprised me in so many ways.
Yep.
So it's like, that's why I don't like to announce, and we don't even often know.
Yeah, and also let us know too. Like, do you guys like seeing us more with guests, or do you like the episodes like with Ein?
Yes.
With our hype man here.
Yeah.
So call us. Remember our Google Voice number.
Our Google Voice number is 702-900-6446. So do be leaving your voicemails.
Call us.
So
this
much.
is awesome.
And it's been so fun. So thank you guys. And I'm glad the cord is working well, and everything seems to still be recording.
We're still on.
We're still in the game. All right, let's go. So
next voicemail.
We have John Saul next.
Yes. Hi, John.
Hello, Molly and Laura. This is John Saul, just back from opening night of my show, which went amazing.
Woo.
And I want to thank you both for being my muses, inspiring me, and all things creativity. All of your support means the world to me. I love you both. This is your hype man signing off.
John Saul, you're freaking amazing.
He is amazing.
He sent in the amazing dildo story.
Yes.
He comments, he leaves like engaging comments everywhere. Like
he listens to the podcast.
Yes. John Saul's amazing.
Thank you.
So
we love all your support.
You're like super fan in the best way possible.
We're so fans back of you.
We're fans back of you, and we're so proud of you for putting yourself out there and doing all the things, and you're succeeding at life, and we're happy for you. It makes me really happy, like hearing from them.
Yeah.
And I know I've said this before, but you guys didn't hear it. So when you guys like tell us things that are exciting that have happened for you, and like you share those moments with you, or things that you enjoy about the podcast, or your own stories, it's so cool, because then it feels like we're not just putting this out into like nowhere nothingness, right? Which I'm going to keep doing anyway, because I have fun talking to you.
Same.
So, But when there's that engagement back, it's like, oh, like people, someone did relate to this, or someone wants our input on this situation, or, considers us someone that they want to share this story, with. And that's so freaking cool. And I think that it's really fun, and I enjoy it. So,
go you.
So go you, John Saul, and go you, everybody who listens.
Go everyone. We're hyping you guys up now. And then, did we have another one? Or no, we had the book. We have
the book before we get to the book.
I think some people
do you want to do mid-roll for the book, or do you want to play mid-roll now and then talk about your new clientele and our new fan base?
Whatever.
What do you prefer?
Let's do whatever.
All right.
You
So
pick.
first, word from sponsor, and then we will have the deleted episode, I suppose.
Yeah, the little segment.
What we have clipped from the announcement of what we will be doing on next week's episode, which we didn't want to have to replicate that, so we just took our wide camera footage, played with the audio a little bit. Hopefully it's not too messy for the audio listeners.
We're sorry.
It didn't sound too bad for me, but at least something was saved, and you're going to be finding out all about that, and then we will be back to discuss after that plays. So enjoy word from sponsor. Please go to sponsor, use sponsor. Check description for all sponsor, because sponsor helps podcasts keep going. You love podcasts. You worship podcasts. You eat podcasts' ass.
The booty.
Laura,
Yes, Molly?
do I drink alcohol?
No.
But isn't the best part of drinking alcohol the taste of all the sugary stuff that they put into the alcohol?
Oh, yeah.
Like, the alcohol isn't the good part, right? Introducing mocktails.
Hey!
We didn't invent it, but Liquid IV sent it to us, so we are here to share this new, amazing, flavorful journey with all of you. Did you know that 1 stick of Liquid IV dissolved in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more effectively than water alone with the help of CTT technology? Oh my God, look at this. They send the best swag to their
is so
influencers. I just have to say
cool.
we love Liquid IV. So what we have here is we have a little tumbler, which is what I assume to be 16 ounces, because you should be dissolving your sticks of Liquid IV in 16 ounces of water. So I'm going to take this out for everybody here. Thank you so much, Liquid IV. And something that David discovered before he went homesies is that there is a new stir stick from Liquid IV. I'm very excited about this. So
It's
look,
so cute.
one for you.
Oh my gosh. Fancy.
We even have a straw with a I can do this. A straw with a cleaner thingy.
Woo.
You could also put this up your nose, but I don't recommend it.
Ouch.
So if you go to liquidiv.com and use code TWND at checkout, you'll save 15% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase, which is very exciting. So we are going to test these new flavs.
This might just pop up. Yep. Oh, wow.
It
It even
was-
says Liquid IV.
It does. And listen, this was so shiny that I couldn't even tell where the top began. So this is good quality. Look at it. It's rubberized and everything, so there's no leakies.
They really know what's up. Thank you.
Do we even need a stir stick?
Not for this. I think this will
one
just
will be shaky. That's
yeah,
perfect. This is
Exactly.
amazing.
We'll leave it aside though. It's so pretty.
So here I have leftover water
Leftover.
from AVN.
But it is fresh.
But it is fresh.
It's not like it's
It's
like
not
old,
like old dead
nasty
water.
water. Oh.
No, this is
Ooh.
fine.
love it.
So these are only 12 ounces, and you know what you need to dissolve 1 stick of Liquid IV. Laura, tell them.
16 ounces.
16 ounces. So we're just gonna guesstimate this right here. Why am I like this? You would think that I'm drunk, but I'm not, because I'm actually sober. I do not consume alcohol, so this is actually really fun for me because I like a mocktail. One of my favorite things about Bali was how many mocktails they had at like every restaurant.
Yeah,
You could
that
just
was-
try all these amazing flavors
That was
without
awesome.
feeling like crap the next morning.
Yep.
And the awesome thing about Liquid IV is if I could open this box,
So are these like all
can-
one flavor, or did they have?
there's
look.
a multi-pack, I believe. So we have cucumber mojito
Ooh.
and smoky mezcal paloma.
Nice. I like how it's smoky.
So let's try cucumber mojito
mm-hmm.
or or mezcal paloma? What do you think?
Let's do mojito first.
Let's do a
try.
mojito.
That sounds delicious.
Plus, it's liquid IV, so you know it's going to be extra hydrating because Laura, tell them about the B vitamins.
All the B vitamins. That's what you need in order to have, that healing aspect for your body to recover. You're going to bounce back with hydration. It even has vitamin C, which is amazing. We all need that. And this is just so cute.
It's so cute. All right, put it on. I'm going to shake it up for you, baby.
We're shaking it up.
Also, I'm not dressed in something that's very flattering, but it is very warm because Liquid IV sent it, and we love Liquid IV.
So
Check it out.
cute. Hydrate and stay well, my friends.
Once again, code TWND at liquidiv.com. Get 15% off and free shipping on everything.
It's a no-brainer.
That's your precious.
Stock up. Buy some for your friends. Buy some for your family.
I mean, it does leak a little bit, but I think I just don't know. Liquid IV has made me wet. So if you want to get wet too. All right, let's check this out.
Love it.
Ready?
We're doing the cucumber mojito. Is that the one?
Cucumber mojito.
Picture yourself on the beach, everybody.
Picture yourself on the beach because for most of where you guys live, it's probably cold right now.
You could even do a cute little sugary rim if you wanted to.
Ooh, that would be cute.
Right? With a little lime or
Yeah.
something. Cheers, my friend.
Sounds amazing. Cheers. I gave myself way more and I apologize. It
That's
wasn't my
okay.
intention. All right.
Enjoy.
Oh,
Yo, this is
that's so
really
good.
yummy.
That's so good.
Nice. I'm
love that.
impressed. You don't even miss the alcohol.
No,
You know what I mean? That's what you want.
That's actually the flavor, and it's not ruined by the flavor of alcohol. But what would be kind of cool, I guess, if you do like to drink alcohol, I forget that some people do. That it's not all about me, but it can be all about you. You could probably just use these as a mixer and then experience better hydration today by going to liquidiv.com and using code TWND at checkout. Help support the show, get better hydration, and pretend that you're drinking alcohol even when you're not.
Everybody needs to add this to their tiki bar.
Yes. Thank you, Liquid IV.
Stay hydrated.
Now back to the show.
Can we talk about the book? Can we please talk about this book? Please. I know. It was great.
So speaking of adventures, FML. So what I'm going to have you do once again
Start.
is read the part that you read.
Yeah.
And then leave it off when I started autocorrecting it. But as you go through it this time, I would like you to try to be aware if there are more misspellings. Because, so your brain does this thing, right? Where if you read something that's misspelled, your brain reads it and knows what it is. So if you're just kind of like read skimming, like you just know what it says, even if it's not spelled. So I want you to actually go through your first 2 paragraphs that you did. Yeah. And actually note if there's anything messed up. Let's
Game on.
So I got this for Laura and I because we decided, I decided, and apparently I just decide things and we do them. Which, do you want to do this?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm excited. Do you want it?
Sometimes I feel like I just have a rope on you. I'm just like, come on, let's go. We're doing this now. Like,
shut up. A rope. What am I? I was a Dalmatian once.
You were a Dalmatian.
You took it too far. All right, let's start this. Can I please see this book?
So hang on, because I have to explain the book. So Laura and I need to start doing things outside of just work because, we see each other a lot, right? We're always doing things, but it's always the work things, and it's, always here. So we decided that we need to start seeing the world.
Going outside.
Going outside and, seeing what is out there. Because when we went to Bali, we had so much fun, right? And when we were there, we were like, when we get back, we're going to live like this forever. And then we never did. So it's not going to be quite like Bali. But you remember, we'll walk and eat dinner at the coffee shop. How many times have we done it?
It's been fun.
No fucking times. We've done it no times.
So cold.
It's been, okay, that's true.
It's been like an Arctic cold.
When it gets hot, we'd be like, oh my god, it's so hot. I don't want to. And also I have a coffee machine here now, and I know how to make a coffee. And you know how to make coffee.
Wow.
So we never have to go anywhere. So we have to make ourselves go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Like comedy shows.
So this is the Adventure Challenge book. And we're going to read you the intro.
the Adventure Challenge Friends Edition.
This bothers me so much.
Here we go. Buckle up. If you study bodybuilding, you'll notice a lot of talk about shocking your muscles.
You'll notice a lot of misinformation.
For bodybuilders who have been working out for some time, normal or habitual workouts no longer bring them the muscle growth that they're accustomed to. Eventually, they reach a plateau in their growth. Nothing yet. No typos. I'm shocked.
It was all saved for me, my part.
I think so. Okay, I feel like there's a very similar thing that happens to us in life. We become entrenched in repetition. We get used to doing. Is entrenched a word?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. They win. In repetition.
You win, book.
Book 1.
This one's on you.
This is we get used to doing the same old things, hanging with the same people, doing the same activities for entertainment, and eating at the same 3 restaurants. Which we do.
We do. Sorry, I just realized the battery packs aren't turned on. I don't want the cameras to die.
No worries. Too often we end up doing one of the 2 things. I didn't even see what happened, but I could feel that there was some trouble there. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Too often we end up doing one of 2 things. Netflix or game nights. I'm guilty of that.
Well, games are fun.
I like Netflix.
All our games.
We all crave adventures. We put in our profile bios that we enjoy being spontaneous.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
I've never claimed to be spontaneous. I said quite the opposite on multiple occasions. That I wish I could be spontaneous, and I can't.
I'm so bummed that there's no typos yet. But what does that even mean? A 2 a.m. food trip to In-N-Out? Or maybe an impromptu road trip to the coast once a year? How spontaneous is your life, really?
It's
Is
not.
adventure jumping out of planes or bungee jumping?
Yes.
Most people do these activities once and then decide they are worthy to wear the medal of adventure.
I don't deserve that medal, but what I find even funnier is that all the typos come into my 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Buckle up. Wait, is this a man or a woman? Bryan?
I can't tell. Was it a guy?
Maybe. It's just like all of the little cutesy writing looks like a curl. Yeah, but alright.
We don't know.
I believe we need to adopt the principle of random creativity. Random creativity looks like shocking your normal day. So in this book, I've now crossed out the first your because you don't need 2 of them.
Apparently.
Random creativity looks like shocking your normal day-to-day life and getting out of the plateau with activities and adventures that you've never done before or may have never crossed your mind. It's going to the little restaurant attached to the strip mall you've never entered before, exploring obscure parts of your city, or having that meaningful conversation with your friend that leaves you inspired. Many individuals become bored and unhappy in ILF.
ILF is life.
Or is it ILF?
ILF.
That sounds bad somehow. ILF.
Not
It just
good.
sounds German. It sounds angry.
like a shout.
ILF! It just sounds real angry, like it's pissed. So anyway, they misspelled life. It's ILF.
I'm gonna name my next dog ILF. So when I'm mad, I'm gonna yell at him.
Well, they become
It's
bored or
angry.
unhappy. So life becomes ILF. If you don't have adventures.
We need to have more adventures.
Alright, not just because of their location, their friend groups, or their finances, but because they don't apply random creativity to their lives. They stop exploring.
Boring people. That's not us.
I'm not boring. I'm so boring. This book is misspelled.
To have fun.
You know what? That's the thing. You know what? I'm not boring. I'm just too busy because of how not boring I am. But I need a little help sometimes. Thank you, Bryan. Get spell check next time. All right.
Please do yourself a favor.
This book is designed to awaken the part of you that can only come alive outside of your everyday norm. None of these adventures are typical adrenaline junkie activities. And I did that with the head because I don't have free hands for air quotes.
It was so animated.
And there was air quotes.
Quotes.
Hang on. There was air quotes written. I got there in the end.
Air quotes. Do the shimmy.
None of these adventures. Hang on, I can do this. I can't look at you though. I can't even do it then. None of these adventures are typical adrenaline junkie activities because I believe an adventurous lifestyle doesn't have to look like putting yourself in harm's way every week. I do. It looks like exploring outside of your habitats, diving deeper in your relationships.
Dapper. Deeper.
Not two P's. So diving deeper in your relationships and creating meaningful memories. As you begin to uncover each adventure in this book, keep this in mind. It's outside your norm. Like a bodybuilder's shocking muscle groups to spur growth, you will be stepping beyond your comfort zone to create new and profound memories. Why does he keep talking about bodybuilders?
And shocking muscles. It's so weird.
It's like, I guess maybe people would classify me as a body. I don't know what I'm classified as.
But are these going to be go to the gym and be a bodybuilder adventure?
I fucking hope so. Step outside my fucking comfort zone, bro. Lift some heavier weights, bro. Shock my muscles. Alright, so, goddamn it. Alright.
Shock them muscles, bro.
Happy adventuring. Thanks. So, rules. Disconnect.
We have none.
Rules are made to be broken. Bryan. Creator of the Adventure Challenge on Instagram.
Is it Bryant or is it really Bryan and you don't know how to spell your name?
Listen, Bryan. Listen.
I'm just going to call him Bryan.
Listen, Bryan. Listen, Bryan, we changed your name. Bryan. Alright? I bought this book, Bryan, because I don't have a lot of time. So I was like, you know what, we're ready with my bestie. You know what, Bryan?
We don't want to go Dapper.
Bryan?
Like Dr.
It would
Dapper?
be so much better if his name was Bryant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bryan. Alright. You have all these you didn't spell check this book? And then you have the audacity.
And it's a friendship book, so your friends read it and didn't even do it.
And what kind of friends do you even have,
I would ask yourself,
are you even qualified?
Are you
to
even
make a friendship book, Bryan? And then you have the audacity to place rules on it? Like I didn't pay money for this? Now I have rules to follow? Let me tell you, Bryan.
Listen.
I'm not going to put my phone on airplane mode.
That's one of the rules.
You can't stop me. What are you going to do about it? Sponsor us? Maybe.
Then we will.
Anyway. Look at you, Bryan. All right.
Sponsors, because we're gonna be recording these when we do the things.
Sorry. Hang on, I'm gonna put this off my lap. We don't need this anymore. Hello, Mark.
That was Mark. Mac Delight.
Mac Delight, yes.
Mac
It
Delight.
sounded like you said Mac Delight.
That's what I said. Mac Delight. Sorry, not Mac Delight. That was a great break.
My god, I want to make a shirt. I need to stop making merch ideas.
Mac Delight.
I don't have the team for this. There's no team. It's just me doing everything, and I can't make merch, but I want to.
But I love it all.
It's so good. All
I
right.
think we need to, showcase these
Am I
shirts.
losing my mind? Could I have early onset Alzheimer's? Okay.
That jam is just really good.
All right. Oh, that's right. Okay. I like literally forgot. Okay. I
forgot we were smoking.
Shh. We weren't. Okay.
We don't know.
Oh, Jesus. Is anyone listening anymore? Please call in now. Stop what you're doing. Pause. If you're still listening at this very moment, please call in and let us know that you were still listening.
702
900 6446.
Call us.
Number 2, no takebacks. If we choose to follow these rules that Bryan so kindly put forth. I really want to start internet beef with Bryan now. If you start off an adventure, then you have to do it. If you don't feel like it, too bad. Do it anyway.
Oh.
All right, Bryan,
Well
lower
played.
your voice.
Stop yelling, dude.
Discover something new about yourself. Maybe you should discover how to use spell check. Number 3, document the journey. Take a picture and write about each challenge in your journal. This book is here to help you create and collect lasting memories.
Wait a second. We are supposed to have a journal now?
This is the journal.
So, okay, got it.
Yeah.
I was like,
he was
hold
kind
up.
enough to leave us little strips
Good.
to write on. There's a little sticky strip right there.
oh, so we can take our Polaroids and put them there? Cute.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I'm kind of liking this now.
Alright. And then show it off. Upload the photo of your adventure to social media and tag the adventure challenge. Oh, we will, Bryan.
You'll be hearing from us.
You'll be hearing from my people.
That means us.
Do we have people? It's
That's
just us. Okay. It's just us, Bryan. So watch your back. And if you want to come on the podcast to talk about how you
You can sit
have
right
this idea
here.
and why you didn't use spell check, then we'd love to have you here.
Yeah, just email us.
Laura
Call us.
will keep it warm for you, Bryan. Balls in your court.
Just
All right.
give us a call, 702.
I need to stop talking to
900.
Bryan like he's ever going to hear this.
6446.
Alright. So, what I think we should do is do our first scratchy. So, what we should do is you should flip through, and why don't you pick the first one, we'll scratch it off, and then we'll have to pick a day to do it, and
Yes.
we'll have our next...
Well, we have some
Adventure.
things coming up already, too.
We do.
Some adventures.
We do, and we're going to talk about those before we leave everyone today.
Let's do snacks on snacks.
Snacks on snacks?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
24. So scratch it. Can you scratch it? I want you to scratch it.
Yeah, I can do it.
Snacks on snacks.
I like this note. It just says, old nurses horny.
They were. I mean, they even said...
Wait, I'm sorry. Snacks
Snacks on snacks.
Which one?
24. Whichever.
Yeah, but which one?
You pick.
38. Franken snack or piece of cake?
What? Franken snack?
One is called Franken snack and one is called piece of cake.
You pick. They both sound interesting.
You need my more vegetarian. Not it. So it's this one.
Okay.
Franken snack.
Franken snack.
I like how I also did that all under my breath. When this is a podcast where you're here to listen to us say words.
Are you still listening?
Are you still here? Call in. And while you're calling in, just go to liquidiv.com and use code TWND to save 15%. Get free shipping on everything that you purchase. Laura, tell them why they should go to Liquid IV and how it helps support the show.
It increases your hydration, and while doing that, it's giving you all the vitamins, all the Bs. B5, B3,
B6,
B6, B12, and vitamin C.
That's right.
So yeah, if you're silly, you'd be silly not to go
That's
out and
right.
buy it.
And if
actually.
you're silly, you should buy it
you
even
should
more.
buy it even more.
Because you know what? Being silly is dehydrating work.
It
is. You have to run your mouth constantly, and like from a professional mouth runner, let me tell you.
We drink so much water.
It's a struggle.
So much.
It's a struggle. We laugh
Like
so
what I
much
mean.
in a day that our throat is sore, and so we love to quench it with the smooth, refreshing taste of Liquid IV.
Facts.
Facts. We love it. Thank you, Liquid IV. Go to
We love
liquidiv.com. Help support the show. Use code TWND. Save 15%.
Free shipping.
There's also a link in bio. No, link in description. Link in bio is a whole other thing, but there's one of those too.
Wrong platform.
Anyway.
How'd it go
All right.
there?
Ready to test your taste buds? Each of you are going to purchase 3 ingredients from the following categories: junk food, sauces, and vegetables. Ugh. Don't let your partner know what you are choosing. Sorry, I just thought of vegetables. I was like, now you're ready to make a Franken creation using different combinations of the ingredients you have purchased. Blindfold your partner and feed them your masterpiece so you can guess the exact components of your snack. Switch places and repeat. Ready, set, taste test. We're doing this for our next episode. We're going to do this on camera. Alright, so we have homework.
Yes.
So we need a junk food, a sauce, and a vegetable.
Alright.
Alright, so we need to go over the stipulations of vegetable. Is a tomato a vegetable?
Yes.
But it has seeds. Is tomato not technically a fruit? But are we classifying a tomato as a vegetable? Like, how detailed are we being
No,
with
I
the
think
ingredients?
I consider a veggie tomatoes.
Okay. Alright. It's good to know. Sauces. So here's the thing. Are we trying to, like, mess with each other? Do we want this to be gross? Because this sounds gross without even knowing what's going to be in it. Because it's like sauces. Listen. Sauce.
Saucy.
We're going to combine some sauce.
Like
Vegetables. And junk food.
balsamic could be a sauce.
Yeah, but, like, with what junk food?
A Cheeto. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be interesting.
We're going to have to really...
Depper.
We're going to have to dive deeper
Into
to
this one.
really get to the bottom of what kind of Franken snack we
We're
can
gonna
create.
That
And,
will make us gag.
once we find out what Franken creation, we'll have to talk about it, and we're going to film that here.
Yeah.
So tune in next week, because we'll be feeding each other something that sounds disgusting. Live and blindfolded, which is a little bit kinky, and I'm kind of into it.
Ryan, get back in your chair. We did not say you could leave. Come on. We need you for the whole episode. You bring us good luck. Good luck. We needed. Third time's a charm. It's your birthday.
See, is that why
It's your birthday.
See, that's why it failed. Is because Ein wasn't here to join us.
If
so,
we do our solo episodes like this, we should always have Ein.
yeah.
If we
Then I'll
can.
have a little
If
catalog.
he's not booked already.
Well, his schedule is pretty full.
Yeah, I know.
Between ripping apart cardboard boxes and, farting so loud he scares himself, it's a pretty packed schedule, if I'm honest.
Yeah, he might be able to squeeze us in, though.
Just like he squeezes out a toot.
Yeah.
It's
Toot
so,
whistles.
It's so funny when he scares himself.
Whistle
Anyway,
toots.
so speaking
And we're
of
back.
Speaking of whistle toots, which we weren't at all.
Speaking of that.
Franken snack. So we need to refresh, even though you guys just heard, the little thing that happened, and now you guys know about our beef with Bryan.
Bryan.
If that is his real name.
It's Bryan.
It's Bryan. So, but definitely, we would do sponsor. So
We would also
we'll
have you on
try-
the podcast.
we'll try all your books, honestly. Yeah. I'm totally
And
down.
we'll talk about 'em
I
on
did
the
have
show.
a thought of something that would be fun. Is that we could also do some of these with some of our friends.
Yeah.
And then have them on.
and have the pictures in
Yes,
there.
and then we'll have them on to talk and all that. And we
It's
could
the
take
friendship
one
book.
for this, one for the wall.
Yeah.
And then we'll just grow more. We'll dive deeper into our relationships with each other.
Way dapper.
And we will enjoy ILF so much more.
Ilf.
Because of your connections.
Yep.
Anyway, so all right, you ready to remember this? We're each going to purchase 3 ingredients from the following categories: junk food, sauces, and vegetables, which is, I just can't. Bryan, why?
Why? Why
Like,
a sauce?
I'm trying to, I was literally thinking about this today. I was talking to my man, and I was like, how do you even combine this kind of snack? Like, it makes sense even individually, like sauces and vegetables, or junk food and sauces, but like all 3 together, like what junk food can really combine
yeah,
with
and
those
what
3
classifies
things?
something as a snack? Could anything be a snack?
Well, yeah, that's
Like,
what,
is snack junk food? Is
Franken
snack
like, do we have to create creatures out of them? Like, do we have to get creative that way? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Where
how
are
creative
these-
can you be with only 3 ingredients?
And how creative is Bryan?
But are we stacking them all together in like a sandwich? You know what I mean? Like, because it's a Franken creation. Because if it's not combined together, right? Think about this. If it's not combined together and we taste them individually,
think it
even
is.
blindfolded, we'll know what it is. So
I think
has
it
to
is all
be-
together. Like a little layer, like a little Sammy.
All right. So
Veggie,
I can't think of a way to not make this disgusting, so I think we should just come up
Make
with
it-
something that's crazy
And make it disgusting.
and just fuck with each other.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Same.
All right, so you'll have to join us next week because we will be doing this. We are not going to tell each other the ingredients.
That would be
and
cheating.
It's going to be gross. So
Really gross.
It's going to be really gross. Oh, also, this episode might be coming to you on video from Spotify now. So Anchor updated something, and I logged in today, and I was like, whoa. Like, it changed overnight. I was like, what happened?
What's new?
So David and I are figuring it out, but apparently it looks like there's an easier way to put our video episodes on Spotify now through
Awesome.
Anchor.
Yay.
So I think we're going to try to start doing that and see how it goes. So this might be coming to you from there.
Hey, that's awesome.
YouTube lately, despite the censoring of the first 10 minutes, and despite like even episodes that it's just Laura and I that are not incredibly explicit, have limited monetization or no monetization for like no reason, even after requesting review.
Whatever.
And it's so very inconsistent. Like, so some episodes where all we talk about is anal, it's like, well, that's fine. And so
that
it
slips under.
Exactly. And it's so inconsistent that honestly our listens seem to be a lot better on Spotify anyway. So hopefully if you guys are watching this, it's coming through well and it's working well. Please comment. Let us know. I know Spotify has a way that you can actually like interact with the posts. There's like questions and stuff like that. So definitely feel free to also email the podcast, twndpodcast@gmail.com. Now, while we're talking about our audience, that was actually, I felt really cool doing that just now. It felt cool to me.
It was great.
I don't know if it was cool, but it felt really cool to me. So
It was it was a total flex. And we loved it.
I'm so not cool. All right.
We as in me and Ein.
Well, Ein is my biggest fan. Right?
We love you.
Because Mama spoils. Oh, his eyes are doing the thing. Do you see it?
Why?
Right now? So Ein does this thing. I don't know if anybody out there, your dog, does this, but it's so gross. I love him so much, and he's so cute. But when he has his head down and he tries to like look at you, he also tries to look at other things at once, and his eyes get real bloodshot, and like goo comes up like this, like the inside of his eye sac, and then his eyes go different directions, like looking outwards. Like it's really gross.
It's like, are you all right there, bud?
Oh, see, he did it again. It's so icky. I love you so much, but it's so gross.
We love you.
He's done that ever since he was a puppy. Ugh. Anyway, so
Hi, Goo.
so Ein is my old man, but we have more old men, but more importantly, old
We have
women.
old women as well.
So I have always told you guys from the very beginning of the show to share it with your grandma.
that's
And now,
true.
I come to find, by way of Laura, my light, my love, my energy.
Your fist.
My fist, has come to tell me that we actually do have the old ladies.
They're actually
in our
listening
audience.
to the podcast. So
And they're fucking horny.
shout out to Julie.
They have vibrators.
What's up, Julie?
They want to tell us about it. So, ladies, if you are listening, this makes me so happy. Like, you have no idea. So, please call 702-900-6446. Tell me any stories that you want to share because, honestly,
We want to hear.
I've always been so fascinated by people, like different generations. I know we talked about this, last episode, but I feel like, with social media becoming so much more prevalent and everything, I'm seeing so many more old people, like, not acting how you traditionally are supposed to expect old people to act, and they're just talking about whatever they want to talk about, and they're doing what they want, and they're dressing how they want, and they don't care, and it's so fucking cool and refreshing. Because when I was young and I would see people who were just like destroyed by the world, I was like, I never want to be like that, and now they're not being like that.
Yeah.
And that's so cool, and I'm glad that you guys are out there and free
Rock
and
on.
horny. Like,
Rock
it's
on.
cool. It's so cool. So
is
tell me about your
amazing.
new clients, because you were sending me their photos and they look stunning.
Well, weren't they like all gorgeous? So the last few weeks have been
Woodbang.
really cool because I've gotten some gigs with women that are like 60 and older. And it's really
Guilt gigs.
Yeah, and I love doing makeup on everyone. So I'm always going to take all the gigs I can. I mean, I've even done people for their proms, stuff like that. And so I did a lady for her 60th birthday. Then it's like a group of these nurses who they all are very, very excited once they found out about the podcast. One already listens.
You know what they say
and
about
shares
nurses.
with her friends.
You know what they
She
say
shares
about
with her
nurses.
friends.
You know what they say about nurses. sluts, and I love you.
They go out every week, once a night, like one night a week, girls' night, and they're always just living it up. And they actually were like, could you just come and do like a class for all of us, teach us how to do the makeup. Like we could bring our own bag of like cosmetics that we just buy all the time, but we don't know what we're doing with it. And it's like, I'm like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Like we'll make it fun. We'll make it extra.
It's gonna be killer because you were talking about charcuterie board and like champagne and blunts if you want,
whatever you want. Hey.
Yeah. No, but it's cool.
You can create your own little party with whoever you want. It could be, even like
you're just a party for hire. That's why I hire you.
I'm a party.
You are the party.
No, weed is the party.
No, you are the party. You just happen to bring weed every time.
This is true. Always come prepared.
Always come prepared.
So, and then I ended up doing another lady a couple days later who's 75 and didn't speak any English.
She did not look 75. Let me
I know.
tell you, she looked great.
They both were gorgeous. Like, just naturally. And like, my plan was just to come in and make them look super hot. You know, like,
of course. You were telling me beforehand, you're texting me like, I'm going to make these girls look like sluts.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's like, out of love and like just to make them feel like sensational. They all
you should. And I always say sluts with love. Like literally to anyone who may be new listening and who feels attacked by what I'm saying, just know.
They know.
Just so you know, I make porn. It's okay. It's all love. It's literally all love.
It's all love.
And it's cool to see, like, because I was always under that, like, when you hit 30, everything's just shit. And it's like, oh, dude, I'm having the best sex of my fucking life.
She's all, this is epic. Like, I think the 30s is the best. Yeah. The 30s, is always the best.
Like, and to see, like, people still out there, like, thriving and doing what they want and actually living life.
Yeah.
Like, I was hearing on a podcast, I can't remember who it was. I feel like it was, I can't remember. I really wish I could, but it was basically talking about how people, like, when you reach a certain age, you start having that feeling of that you, like, oh, I can't do that, or I can't wear that, or, well, I shouldn't do that, or I have to, or you start, like, worrying about and fearing death or rejection, or it's like all that kind of stuff. So it's like, the more that you live like that, and the more that you close yourself off from doing things that you, like, don't feel or like you're too scared to do and stuff like that, actually like ages you more and like progresses you more towards that, because you're not being active, you're not getting out there, and you're not pushing yourself to be like, well, hey, I am getting older, but I might as well do this because I'm getting older. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like also like they say, everything that like is not easy, it's like because you're always going out of your comfort zone. And like if you could just keep doing that, it's gonna get better. Like push yourself, always do like whatever it is. If you're uncomfortable, that's a good sign. That means you're working on something.
I mean, of course, there's always a difference between like uncomfortable in certain situations where it's
not like that.
Hey, if you got some serious red flags, that's different. But as far as like your own like anxiety or your
like
own
you feel
fear,
like you can't do it.
Your own fear is like what holds you back from doing those things, because like even if you fail at something, or even if someone laughs at you or judges you, like who gives a shit? Fuck them. Like it's one life. Do whatever you want to do, as long as it's not like something that's intentionally harming someone. It's like most things that you do in your day-to-day life don't affect other people. Like a majority of the things, like whether you're doing something that you think you're going to be mocked for or whatever, they're going to forget about it eventually. And it doesn't matter, and eventually you'll forget about it. And at the end of the day, I wish I didn't say that. I really tried to just not say it just then, and then
it just came out. It was like this,
just like word vomit.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I would rather get to the end of my life and be like, man, like I made a lot of mistakes. Like, oh, that was very embarrassing. Like this was like, oops, should I have tried that? But I would rather have those experiences than get to the end of my life and have like done nothing and just stuck inside my little bubble and was too afraid of what might happen. And so much so that nothing happened.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's my biggest fear, is that nothing happens. I'd rather anything happens than nothing. Like, give me bad, good. I would rather go through it
Let's do it.
than to be, like, so far removed that literally nothing is happening. Like, it's,
No
boring.
thanks. We don't live that way.
No. We've been going outside the comfort zone a lot lately. and it's a lot and it's exhausting, but like I'm actually here for it. So
Me too. And we're
it's good.
together.
And plus that does help. Honestly, like I don't know what I would do without you. I'm texting you every day, like,
Hello.
are you out there? Like, I'm still
Are
here.
you out there?
Are you okay? I'm okay today.
Where are you?
Today, not so good. See you tomorrow. Yes.
Straight up. Those are our texts
Oh
back
my
and forth
God.
with the occasional like meme. You know.
Yeah. I have to share the memes. It's so sad. I feel like I've barely had time for memes anymore. It makes me sad.
I mean, I remember just sending you last night the little fish with the squiggle. It says I'm pooping.
I'm pooping. Were you actually pooping?
I was. I was.
Did you save that just for that occasion, or did you find it while you
No,
were
I found
pooping?
it earlier in the day, and I saved
And you
it.
saved it.
And I used it.
That's so good. Oh, that's amazing.
I
feel
sent it to Carlo when he was pooping, and I didn't get a response. I was like, babe, did you get it? Babe? Yeah.
It's like, leave me alone. Pooping.
Why do we do this? I
know,
laugh.
it's
I'm
funny.
like, I love the squiggly fish.
It's so funny because like, so when Edward breaks into the bathroom to watch me use the toilet, I'm always like, why are you in here? But then with my man and our man, we're always like, hey, what are you doing now? Are you doing anything? Do you need anything?
Yeah.
Would you like to do?
Yeah, are you good? Do you want me to make you some food?
And they're just like, we're just existing because we don't need constant attention.
Exactly. No, and that's the thing. Like, sometimes it's like, I'm like, you're so quiet. Is everything good?
They're
Yeah.
Like, they're like, yes, we're just men.
And also, we don't have to talk all day long. And I'm like, okay. This is normal. I'm now realizing this is normal.
Okay, and do you think why? Okay, so you were dating the guy who was crazy. Your crazy ex, and he was someone I can assume I didn't know him.
Yeah.
Talked all the time.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
There could be no silence. If there was silence or not enough reply to what was being said, then there was a problem with you. And like, well, why don't you
Yes.
engage me? You never want to talk to me. And you're always
How
so
come you
quiet.
don't
And blah, blah,
talk
blah,
and
blah,
then-
blah.
yeah.
And what are you thinking about? And oh, you can't be thinking about nothing. And blah,
Or
blah,
when
blah,
you're
blah.
with your friends,
Like,
you talk. And it's like, what? Excuse me?
I
Yeah.
relate to you so much.
Yeah, those were the messed up times
Like-
of life. And you look back and you're like, ooh, that was bad.
And it's so funny because I still live in moments of that, and now I see it, and well, that was like a big like super revelation of actually saying it out loud though, because like literally there was no silence.
They always talked.
They would always talk, and I'm not talking like I talk when I'm on the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Or when I'm performing in a video, or when there's people around, sure. But like I can just sit with my partner in silence
And chill.
and chill. I didn't used to be able to. 'Cause
Yeah.
I used to think something was wrong. Like it used to be something that was like oh,
Uncomfortable.
He's not saying anything, or if I would say something and he would reply, but not like a lot or have much of an opinion and like agree with me, then I was like, no, it's silent. It's so quiet. Like what did I do? When
Yeah.
I was overthinking everything. We had to talk about it so many times to get me to realize like it's not a thing. Like most people are not just needing to be heard constantly. I was
No.
like, he's like if you don't feel like that, why do you think I feel like? And I do still sometimes get that point where I'm just like, I need to talk. But then if I just talk and fill the space, he doesn't care. He's like, cool.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
whatever, but I
they'll
don't need to talk.
listen.
And I was never like the one to be allowed to just talk and say my things before. So now I'm just like,
Well,
like,
I
so
love
annoying
that.
now.
I love that, and I do like. I sometimes like, you know, like you do need your quiet time because just so you can process your own thoughts that you're thinking of like all the time. You know, little notes. I always go through my notes, and I'm always
Yeah.
like, I need this quiet time.
You need
so
to
I
have
could
some
think.
quiet time.
But other than that, I'm always like, also.
Yeah, but
Like,
I
I'm like,
also,
oh my god, all these things.
but I also never had quiet time before. So now sometimes like I've had to get used to that too, because I spent like I had so many years, especially doing homeschooling, where I had so much quiet time,
Yeah.
quiet alone time, and I was used to that.
And there was no podcast then.
Yeah. And I just did whatever. I just went into the woods and created a fort out of sticks. Like
Or did art.
or practice like whatever I did. Like I just did it. And now it's like I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
But I have to push myself to like go do things on my own. And I used to just like I used to have no fucks given. And now I just still like it's every now and then I'll just get like those moments where I'm like, is it okay if I go out do this, or like, is it okay if there's silence?
Also,
is this a
COVID,
bad
we were
silence or a
always-
good silence?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like I still get thrust back into those points, but it's way better than it used to be. But whew, it was a rough ship there for a minute.
And also with COVID, and we've talked about that, like how we never left the house during those times, and it wasn't a bad thing. We actually kind of liked it, you know.
I was used
but
to it
now
because it was
it's
like
we
my
got-
routine for the past, all my 20s.
And now we got to go out and
Yeah.
do things. We're gonna do things.
I've just
Got a
made
lot of
so
things.
many plans for us, like today. And I haven't had time to process them yet, but
I'm
know
excited.
that eventually, I don't even have any concept of time, but I'll be bleeding, and that's always my process week,
Yeah.
where I let myself just process, and not, because you can't do much anyway. It's not
Well,
like-
I'm on my process week now, and
Yeah.
it's full
How
throttle.
How are you processing?
That is all.
So you need those days that we have coming up, and it's going to be really fun.
well,
So-
I mean, it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be really fun.
It's going to be fun. I think
for the body.
for
The body's
me-
going to be like, fuck you, and
Yes.
fuck you. But then
Exactly.
I'm going to be like, I'm having fun though.
Yeah. But I think it is just the challenge of like going to do the thing in the first place. And then it's like the gym. It's like working out. Like
Yeah.
it's getting
Just get
there,
there.
in the first place. I'm going to quote from Bryan. It's like a bodybuilder. Anyway, so
Shocking the muscles, brah.
I don't know why I want internet beef with Bryan so bad. So anyway,
It's happening right now.
but it's just getting to the gym in the first place. Once you're there, once you start to do the things, then you're like, oh my God, I'm doing the things. And
This
then after
feels
you do the
good.
things, you feel good.
Yeah.
But then even the next time that you have to go to the gym, I don't know, maybe I should just postpone it today because I'm sore from when I was at the gym. And should I even go? And then it's like, but if you just go and then you do something, then you feel good again. And
Yep.
it's like, but it's
It's like a recharge.
exactly.
It's like, okay, hold on. I feel like crap for a second, and I'm just going to wallow in here. Wait, no, I'm going to push myself.
Yes. And it's just pushing yourself out of that place that it's easy to fall into. It's like, well, I'll just stay here and not do anything. Or I'll just cancel the plans that I made. And it's like, there are times where you do need to do that. Right?
But
There's times
it
where you need
has
to pull
be,
back. But
yeah, you have to really like weigh the options too. Like, yeah, you might feel like poop, but
yeah.
you
but-
could still do
but-
things.
But okay, so here's the thing too, the way I think about it. Doing the thing might not help you from feeling like poop. But you could either feel like poop with your friends,
yeah,
or you could feel like poop at home alone. I would rather feel like poop around my friends who are going to make me feel a little less like poop, even if I still feel like poop at the end of the night.
like poop with a bow on it.
Yeah, like poop with a bow. Yeah. Shit in a fancy sack. You know what I mean? And they're carrying it around. They're just carrying my
Proud
shit around. That's what my friends
with
do.
pride.
They're like, we'll take some of your shit, and then I take some of their shit, and we're all just carrying each other's shit around in fancy bags. And that's friendship. That's friendship.
Friendship.
Oh! Did we just make a new shirt?
Friendship.
David, clip that. That's the name of the episode, Friend Shit. Write it down, let it be known. Hang on.
Here,
Notes.
she's getting a tattoo of it.
All right, we're doing this. So
Friendship.
push yourself outside of your comfort zone.
I got that down. That is just perfect. Why do we do this?
Wait, you wrote it down?
Yeah, in my notes. Are you? Do you have a piece of paper here of notes? And this is why-
I've got to finish it now.
She's dedicated. Just get there, girl.
This kind of
Just
hurts.
get there.
Am I turned on right now?
Is she bleeding?
No. No, YouTube. No. I'm not.
It's a pen.
I'm literally actually crying from laughter. There's one tear trickling. Do you see it? Is it beautiful?
It's glistening. What are we at?
I laughed so.
Friendships, yes. I like how it got real metal at the end, like
Because the pen stopped writing, so I'm like,
it looks like a metal band's logo, like friendships. Yeah, rock on. Check out our album, Friendships. They're gonna start a band. Molly, can you sing? Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
so excited for all the
Crying.
things we're doing.
I'm crying a lot more now.
It's okay. Colin loves you.
Friendships.
Colin.
All right. So Colin, we didn't address Colin. We wanted to give a shout out to Olivia for giving us Colin.
We love him in the podcast room. He really brings the room together.
He really does.
Ties it all together.
And he's the only dog that's never shit in here, so I really like it. Go Colin. Good job. God damn it.
Did we cover
Yeah.
everything from the last 2 episodes? I think we did.
All right. Check the notes. Old Norse's
Orders. Oh, I know where you're going.
Old Norse's.
We are fried.
I'm so tired. All right, let's try this again. I can't believe I'm doing this for the 3rd time. You guys better like this. You better leave a like, leave a rating, leave a voicemail. 702-900-6446.
Leave a rating.
Please let us know if you actually listened to the show.
Are you still listening?
Are you still here?
Are you still here?
Is there anyone out there? Leave us a voicemail. We'd love to hear from you.
We love our interactions with everyone that listens.
We love us. We love us.
We love us.
Tell us a story. Anything embarrassing.
joke.
Like, literally, my life is like. I look through my phone sometimes and I realize that my entire life is like one documentation of my constant embarrassment, but also nudity. It's like there's not much in between.
Together?
So tell us your embarrassing stories. Like, let us relate to you. I'm sure whatever you have to share, I can find something to share that will make you feel better. All right. So we also had John Saul Dildo story.
Yeah.
Friendship challenge book. Did that one to fucking death.
Bryan.
And then I just have cake farts.
Yes. I saw this messed up thing today about how, like, for people's birthdays, like, people get their faces smashed with cake. They'll smash people's faces into cake. Well, they said don't do that because I guess this cake had toothpicks in it. It stabbed some lady in the eye or something. It was like if it's like a big cake. You know?
Because they have. You could do that on a sheet cake. You can't do that on a layer cake. Of course, there's pegs in it. They have pegs. It's not always toothpicks. It's sometimes like actual pegs. Like
it was a peg.
Because depending on how thick the cake is, it needs something
It was
to
thick.
hold it together because otherwise it just slides because you have to put buttercream frosting in between to hold the cake together, but then it slides. So
I
it needs
saw
a pillar in the
that,
middle.
dude. It was
So if you
messed
smash
up.
the head, it's just right into your forehead or your eyeball or your nose.
Sure, her eyeball. It was like covered in bandage.
I mean, I would just be like,
That is all. That is all.
all right, so
Thank you for listening.
see you next week. And like my note always says, cake farts.
And Franken snacks.
Franken snacks next week, Franken snacks. Maybe we'll give us cake farts.
Thanks for listening. Go get your liquid IV.
Are we gonna end this? What if we just stayed here for another 20 minutes?
Just like this. Hey. Code TWND Liquid IV. Get your 15% off and free shipping.
All right, I gotta pee.